It is Wednesday, May 27th. Welcome aboard to Barnstable Today. I'm Kevin Friel. And just a reminder right at the top, the meetings we cover are available on demand at the town's website, town.barnstable.ma.us.
And I'm Andrew Gobiel. Thank you very much for joining us. The meetings that we were talking about, we'll give you this week's agenda coming up in just a moment. But first, as you can see, we're not in the studio. Yesterday, we were at Bismore Park in the Ocean Street dock. Here, we are over on the north side at Sandy Neck. Coming up in just a moment here on Barnstable Today, we'll talk with the Assistant Town Manager, Tom Lynch, to talk about some possible improvements going on over here just a few miles to our east in the north side area just outside of Barnstable Village. But as mentioned, we are your source right now for all of the town meetings and town discussions. Kevin's going to go over the upcoming town meetings in just a second.
Today, the Cape Cod Commission Yarmouth Road Willow Street Corridor Study Group meets in the Town Hall hearing room at 5.
The Old Kings Highway Historic Committee is going to meet at the West Barnstable Community Building. That's on Route 149, just a few miles from here, later on this evening at 7 o'clock.
On Thursday morning at 9, the formal site plan review has a meeting scheduled.
And the Planning Board has a meeting scheduled for Friday at 3:30 in the Town Hall hearing room. I want to remind you once again just to check out the town's website. Kevin went over the address just a moment ago for any possible changes in town meetings and in town agendas. We'll continue to update you on just what has happened with those meetings here on Barnstable Today.
And in just a few moments, we'll be heading east to the Barnstable Harbor Bulkhead. Well, Andy will be getting an update from Assistant Town Manager Tom Lynch.
And here at Barnstable right now, as just mentioned, we are with Assistant Town Manager Tom Lynch. Tom, thank you very much for joining us. Quite a difference from a few days ago. We're going to show some still photographs of you and Mark Owls and, of course, John Klim heading around and taking a look at this area. Sunshine, 75 degrees on Friday here, bundled up like it's wintertime.
Well, the Friends of Barnstable Harbor hosted us last Friday to take a look at the damage that's been done to the harbor over the years, the bulkhead over the years. And as you know, we had the breach about a year and a half ago. Emergency repairs were done. And the Friends has been formed to try to help push at the legislative level and, you know, within the town to bring Barnstable Harbor back and repair the bulkhead.
So for now, obviously, we've got, I don't want to say jury-rigged, but we're safe and secure, but it's not a long-term effort. I mean, everything is secure for the year, for the next 2 years, but we need radical repairs here, correct?
Correct. You know, through the work of Councilor Ann Kennedy and the town manager and the town council, we put together a $725,000 through a recent bond package that could do emergency repairs to the steel bulkhead here that would extend its life. But the real object is to seek state or federal money, particularly stimulus money, to try to get a steel replacement for the entire bulkhead in the harbor.
It's a perfect opportunity. Obviously, you're talking about the stimulus money right now with the administration talking about trying to get some of these funds out there. How far are we? Everybody uses the phrase shovel ready. I mean, are we shovel ready with this project?
We are. All the design is done. The permitting is taking place right now. On June 2nd, there's a hearing before the Conservation Commission where notice of intent has been filed. Just last night, the Waterways Committee gave its thumbs up to the project, and that's going to be forwarded to the Conservation Commission. So we expect the permitting is going to move fairly quickly. The real nub is the money to fix it.
And we're looking perhaps at a few $1 million, obviously.
About $5 million for the total replacement. Now we have applications into the Economic Development Administration at the federal level. There's a new grant with stimulus money that's due in September. They call it Tiger money through the Department of Transportation. We've just completed, with the help of the Friends that I mentioned earlier, a whole survey of this harbor area. They estimate that there are about close to 200 jobs that are associated with this harbor, and over $9 million annually in terms of commercial activity and money that flows through. So we're making the case that it's an important harbor on the north side. It needs this repair money, and whether it's through the state level at the seaport or waterways or the federal sources that I talked about, we're beating all the bushes to try to make that happen.
Now, obviously, we have a grants coordinator at the town building, which Marcia is taking a look at some of the opportunities that we have here. And talk talk a little bit more about the state and the regional opportunities. Everybody discusses the federal stimulus money, but there are state funds out there that we could garner.
There are state funds. The Seaport Council has given money before to harbors, and so has the Department of Waterways. They're the ones we just completed the survey for that I mentioned. Senator O'Leary has been very involved with this. Ted Theodoros and Peter Jason, through the Friends, are helping on that lobbying effort. Again, as I mentioned, the council for this area and Kennedy and others are also helping us push on the legislative level for funding. And the town has already stepped to the plate, but we're hoping that some of those agencies I mentioned will get some of the federal stimulus dollars. Then there's more local control over helping local projects like this to get funding.
This is like a hidden jewel. I mean, everybody talks about the Ocean Street dock and the south side and Craigville and everything, but up here we've got the Matakees area, we've got this. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful, and as you had said, this is an economic engine for some of the areas.
Absolutely, and it's our only north side exit out into our entrance out into the harbor, and we have the Blish Point ramp, which is a state ramp that we help to man and maintain during the summer months, and that's very heavily used. We have our own ramp over here, which has needed some repair, and we've spent some money on that. But you've got a couple of Millway Marine and others that are over here doing business, and there's a lot of activity, a lot of boating activity. This has been a real inconvenience to folks on the north side here, the commercial fishermen that go out of here, the charter fishermen that go out of here. As you can see, there are barriers up because the separation has actually started out in the parking lot. So we've spoken to Congressman Delahunt and others to try to get federal money, transportation money, as related to the bridge. Although the bridge is safe and secure, we've been recommended that perhaps it should be wider to prevent some of the rapid erosion or whatever that happens that way. So, but there has been that deterioration up on the harbor area. Parking's been affected, and some of the charter boats have left. They've gone to other ports. So we don't want to see a deterioration of the commercial activity here, and that's why it's incumbent upon the town administration and the town council and all of us to work hard to have this hidden jewel, as you describe it, return to its former glory.
Now, tell us a little bit about, when we look at the photographs of you out here on Friday taking a look, I mean, what did you see? Were you surprised at the status of the situation right now?
The DPW comes out weekly and does surveys, and Vine Associates has also done underwater surveys of it. So, Mark Elso, the DPW, is trying to stay right on top of it. But there's nothing like the town manager and other town officials seeing through the eyes of those who use the harbor every day what's happened, and they were able to show us points along the bulkhead where it's bulged out, where it's seeping through, where there's rusted through, and the sand is seeping in. So it was a very educational trip on our part, and we appreciated their efforts to get us out, and I think they appreciated us having us come out here, because it's one thing to sit in town hall, and it's another thing to actually come on site and see what they're living with daily.
Assistant Town Manager Tom Lynch. Tom, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Sure. Very good. Again, Assistant Town Manager Tom Lynch talking about some of the possible improvements and the funding mechanisms for the funding necessary to improve that area over here in Barnstable. A reminder once again that we are here at Sandy Neck, your old stomping grounds apparently, right?
Yeah, this was one of my first jobs with the town of Barnstable. I was working in the bathhouse, so it's nice to reminisce a little bit while we're out here.
And we were inspecting as well. Kevin's work is there's quite a legacy of the work that he did, making sure that everything is up and clean here at Sandy Neck. Hopefully the weather will pick up as well. It's hard to believe that we are now a weekend after Memorial Day, so we're breaking out the leather coats and the rain jackets as well. For Barnstable Today and for Kevin Friel, I'm Andrew Gobeil. Thank you very much for joining us.